Right, it is estimated that over 100,000 jobs have been lost as a result of the ban on alcohol sale during the hard lockdown. So how do we find a balance between saving jobs in the alcohol industry and saving lives during the COVID-19 pandemic? To discuss this and more, I'm joined now by South African Liquor Traders Association convener Lucky Ntimane. Lucky, good evening and thank you for your time. We know now, according to the numbers, that 34,000 trauma presentations per week is what we are seeing in public hospitals, not just in Gauteng, in the Eastern Cape and everywhere else where now liquor is readily available. Is the conversation of stricter regulations pertaining to the sale of alcohol being had with you right now?
Good evening, Thabo Mdluli, and thank you for the opportunity, and good evening to your viewers. Firstly, we would like to extend our heartfelt condolences to the families of those who have lost their loved ones to the corona pandemic, and also to all those that are affected by it. It pains us that, we continue to head towards the stop. Back to your question, Thabo Mdluli. We have written, for example, to the Premier of Gauteng, David Makura, through our industry partner, Beer Association of South Africa, to request for a meeting to discuss ways in which, we can look at various means in which we can mitigate, against the risk of alcohol and its link to what we read. It's hospitalization and rise in trauma cases, as it were.
What is your reaction, when you hear that alcohol is directly related to the increase in trauma-related hospitalization?
We are deeply concerned about this, and as an industry, we welcome the opportunity to partner with government, to curb alcohol abuse that result in these hospitalizations. Through our industry partners, Distel, SAB, and Heineken, we are working to engage with governments to discuss how industry can be part of a solution to create a behavioral shift in how we as a country can consume alcohol responsibly. And we welcome, the progressive views of Mr. Maurice Smithers, who not only supports, the continued sales of alcohol, but also is sending a message that this will be done in a responsible way.
Yeah. So the idea of decreasing the days of liquor sales, is that something that the industry would welcome?
As we have constantly said, we are citizens before we are business people. Any suggestion that is going to help, our people and also not, be a death knell to the industry will definitely be able to welcome such a move.
Yeah. What will be the impact of an 8-week ban, once again, complete dry lockdown, no sale of alcohol on the industry?
The liquor industry has a deep and wide value chain which employs just a little over 1 million people. So a continued ban will definitely be a death knell on all those jobs. So in all likelihood, 35,000 taverns in the country will most likely shut down.
Yeah. And what are your suggestions? You're saying you have been trying to engage with the Premier. What are your suggestions on particularly people who consume alcohol and they feel they need to get on the road, go to their friends? What are your suggestions around those who are holding illegal house parties during this time? Because there's just so much excess of the stuff out there.
Thabo, we have seen the surge in the number of cases. Condemning will not just be good enough. It pains us that this continues to happen, and we call on our people to be thoughtful in their behavior, especially to those that do not consume alcohol, and not to crowd our hospital system, because, we need fresher hospitals. We need, everyone to come to the party to ensure that we do not clog the system. The health system needs all of us to behave responsibly, and we call on all people that partake in liquor to do so responsibly, and to look after the interests of those that do not partake in liquor, and also protect our health workers who are the champions in the fight against this COVID-19. It really pains us, and we are saying that it needs to stop right away.
Restaurants are fighting to have regulations lifted for them so they can have on-site consumption. Do you support that?
Of course we do, and the reason why I'm saying that is that as taverners, we have shisanyamas that operate as restaurants as well, and it will be unfeasible for them to continue to trade if they are not allowed to serve alcohol on site. So we really support that call that they should be allowed to trade.